Hi, my name is Koku with blackfilm.com, and I'm here with Priah Ferguson and JeCobi Swain. And we're here to talk about the new Netflix series, My Dad, the Bounty Hunter. Thank you both for joining me.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Let me start with you, Priah. First of all, Lisa and Sean were bad. Those are some bad kids that did what they wanted to do. Were you guys like that when you were younger?
No, I think I was talkative when I was younger. So everywhere I would go, I would talk. My mom would be like, "Hey, I'm just going in the store to get some eggs," and I would still strike a little conversation. But no, I probably wasn't bad. I think I was a pretty good kid. I was sweet.
JeCobi, you look like you had to think about it when I asked. Would you have said you?
No, to be honest, like I was like a really like chill kid. Like even when I first cried, like my parents were kind of confused on what was going on. I was really just chill.
What I loved about the dynamic though between the two of them is that it kind of seemed like, like Lisa was just this really strong big sister. And even though like she would pick on her brother, like I understand how that is, like because I have siblings as well. It's like, wait, hold on now. You don't get to talk to him like that. Like I do, but you don't get to do that. And I actually love to see the camaraderie between them and how much of a family that they were able to have, with especially with the different dynamics with adding in the galaxy aspect and their dad, right?
Yes,
Definitely.
And what was it like? Because I know, well, JeCobi, you've done the voice acting before. Priah, was this your first time doing voice acting?
Oh no.
Well, kind of because you did the other Netflix with Marlon. And that was,
So no, it wasn't. But my first like leading voice acting, it's kind of like my first.
So do you guys just like get to go to work with just like, like your regular house clothes on? Like when you're doing voice acting, that's kind of a nice perk, no? Because you don't got to get all dressed up and stuff.
I know, right? You don't gotta change the hair. Okay, I got to keep my braids in for another 3 weeks. Okay. I was like, yes, I'm loving it.
I love that. That's how I feel about Zoom interviews. I was like, I don't have to go anywhere. Like I can just have on my house clothes and just like try to just wear a nice shirt.
Right. Pajamas on the bottom, work clothes on the top.
Exactly. No, I totally feel that. But I mean, I wonder, guys, like, just sort of comparing the working with voice. And, I know you still have to be animated and kind of really, even with your voice, right? But then when you're doing actual physical acting versus voice acting, is one harder than the other in that aspect?
Yeah, for me, I would say so. Because, when you're in person and you're like going on set, you're working with a lot of different people and a lot of different days, the emotions can get all over the place sometimes because everyone is super duper stressed on having to get the deadline. And I think with voiceovers, it's kind of more laid back, which that's why I like it. They kind of tell you what days they need the voiceover in, and then you kind of can go by your schedule and you just get it in by that due date and everything. I think when you go in one person and it's like on TV and you're like physically acting, it's more stress for the actor, like physically kind of get draining. But when everything is kind of like on their end or the work is on their end, as more so with voiceover, it's kind of like laid back. Okay, the only thing I'm kind of straining a little bit is my voice.
Oh yeah, like you might have to drink some green tea or something. I didn't even think about that aspect of it. What about you, JeCobi?
Yeah, I definitely think on camera is definitely more stressful and difficult than voiceovers. But yeah, I can agree. But I think the only thing that really happens is losing your voice, especially with. I know that I had to do a lot of screaming in this film, and I definitely think that I lost my voice a lot of times filming.
Did you?
Yes, no, seriously.
You didn't know you did a lot of screaming.
Green tea was like my best friend, to be honest.
Wow. That's really cool. That's really interesting to hear that from you guys because I never really understood just certain aspects of it. I've always thought that, doing voice acting would be more fun in that sense, but it's demanding to the voice. And, when you say like losing, when you both say you've lost your voice, I'm just like, oh, whoa, that's different. You guys, so I just want to share this with you guys too. And I think this is what's so great about this film. And I've shared this with everybody because I've talked to everybody already. I don't have any kids. I have my nieces and nephews and I got all my little babies and everything like that and kids. But I will say this, I think what makes a show like this so great is when someone like myself, who's not watching with kids as an adult, can watch the show and still have that same level of enjoyment because it's just really, really, really that like that funny and like smart. Then I'm like, this is a hit, right? I marathoned the whole thing, guys. Like I really did.
It's so inclusive.
Yeah, it really is.
Things that some adults can relate to, teenagers can relate to.
That's correct.
And I think everyone is kind of like into sci-fi, no matter the age. So
I've learned that about myself. I didn't know I was, but I know that now. As I've started to watch more, I'm just like, I'm kind of into sci-fi. Yeah. And Priya, I remember I watched it with you and Marlon too. So I was like, okay, there's this aspect of spooky and sci-fi and like CGI and all kinds of things. So yes. Yeah. So guys, I thank you so much for joining me. Once again, my name is Koku with blackfilm.com, and I'm here with Priah Ferguson and JeCobi Swain. Guys, we learned a lot about voice acting today, okay? And so don't have these people straining their voices and stuff because I got to see them in the next film too, We were here to talk about the new Netflix series, My Dad, the Bounty Hunter. Guys, it'll be out on the 9th. So make sure that you catch it, okay? Because it's good. I've watched the whole thing. Take care, guys. Appreciate you, okay?
Bye.
Bye. Is that your gamer chair, JeCobi?
Yes, I
knew it. I had to ask. If you want to see more content like this on blackfilm.com, make sure you like, subscribe, and ring that bell.